5:32. Okay, let's start with roll call. I'm Chair, Commissioner Chair Simon T.
Commissioner Chard, Blake Chard.
Secretary Examiner Michelle Sutherland.
John Wicks, Chief of Police.
Brian Hurley, Fire Chief.
John Crimmins, Assistant Fire Chief.
Right, thank you. Before we move to the next item, are there any proposed changes on the agenda as presented?
Yes, there are proposed changes to the agenda. We had one agenda that was incorrectly submitted. This is the agenda that I would like to propose as a change. This is the corrected agenda for today.
So the one I received from you yesterday, that is not the correct, no, it's not the current one, Ms. Sutherland.
1 through 6 is correct and 11 through 14 is correct. However, the labeling on 7 through 10 is not correct on the one you received yesterday.
Okay. Well, in that
Correcting
case,
items.
in that case, I probably need you to continue sharing it because I will have to read as I proceed with the meeting here. So the next item, thank you. Is there any question or concern, Commissioner Sharp, with the proposed revised agenda?
No, that's good.
Well, in that case, I make a motion to adopt the revised agenda as presented by Chief Examiner Sutherland.
I second the motion.
And those who approve of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. So we have the new revised agenda in front of us. Let me see. The next item is approval of minutes of the July 11, 2024 minutes. Any question? I read the minutes. I don't have any question or comments. How about you, Commissioner Chard?
I have no questions.
Well, I will entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the minutes from the July 11th, 2024.
I second the motion, and those who approve of the motion said aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, July 11th, 2024 meeting minutes hereby approved. Next item is status of August eligibility list. Ms. Sutherland, you want to provide an update on that?
Yes, we have an update to the civil service eligibility lists for August of 2024. We have a fire department assistant 2 that has a new list as of August, and that is good for 1 year through August of 2025. We have a firefighter paramedic list from August of 2024 that will be good through August of 2025. And those are the only 2 changes that I have today.
Okay. Any question, comment, Commissioner Char?
No questions.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Sutherland. The next item is approval of entry-level police eligibility list.
Yes, we have currently 16 candidates on this continuous listing, updated this August of 2024. We have 7 candidates that were added to the list and seeking approval for this entry-level list.
And I noticed you removed 2 due to expiration, right?
Yes.
Good. Great. Any question, comment Commissioner?
None for me.
All right. Would there be any motion?
I move, we approve the a report on the status of August eligibility list as presented.
Actually, this is the police officer entry-level eligibility list.
Oh, sorry. I
Okay,
move,
well,
I move we approve the entry level police eligibility list as presented.
and I second the motion, and those who approve of this motion say aye.
All right,
Aye. So the entry-level police officer eligibility list is hereby approved, adopted. We'll go to item number 7 on the agenda, approval of Fire Department Assistant 2 list.
Yes, we have 2 candidates to enter on the Fire Department Assistant 2 list. Andrew Johnson and Elizabeth Tinley seeking approval for this list to be good until August of 2025.
So this is a brand new list. There were no prior candidates, right?
That is correct. We did this recruitment some time ago. We lost our Fire Department Assistant to approve the exam plan, reposted, and then after the interview and testing process, we've got these 2 candidates to add to the eligibility list.
Excellent. Wow, they have the same score. That's interesting. Any question, comments, Commissioner?
I have no questions.
Right, I would move that the Fire Department Assistant 2 eligibility list be approved.
I'll second that motion.
And those who approve of the motion say aye.
Aye,
Aye. Motion approved. Fire Department Assistant 2 eligibility list hereby approved. Now let's move to item number 8. Paramedic exam plan.
Yes, we have a paramedic firefighter exam plan and process for continuous improvement. We have phase 1, which is application review. After posting, we were hoping that we could post this position tomorrow. Followed by the oral boards on September 6th. And the paramedic oral board also on September 6th. And that process will be run by the fire department. So seeking approval of this exam plan and process.
If I am not mistaken, Ms. Sutherland, I think the makeup of this exam plan was presented before, and there's no change to it was no change to the prior version, right? As far as the content and makeup.
Sean, did you know any changes on this exam
Yeah.
plan?
Yeah, I can answer that. So this is a new process there. Traditionally Medic 1 has kind of done our entry-level paramedic stuff, but they've kind of handed it over to the ALS agencies. So this is a new exam plan where we are going to be doing the sole recruiting for paramedics, and then when they apply, we will do that 3-step process, as Michelle explained, along with later down, and I believe in the packet, there's actually the kind of the grading criteria for the phase 3 part for the paramedics. But otherwise, it's very similar to what we currently do with our lateral firefighters with the oral board and how it's graded. So yes, it is a new process for us.
I'll just add for context. Historically, when we've hired paramedics, they've been vetted by Medic 1 first. So the kind of on the medical side, they were approved first, and then they would apply to each agency, whether it's Olympia, Tumwater, or Lacey Fire District 3. So this change is that each agency is going to be on point for recruiting and testing. And then as we move through that process, they will be vetted by Medic One on their paramedic skills. So, we still get to the same point. We're just reordering the process a bit. And we feel it'll be more productive for the agencies like Tumwater to be on point, actually out recruiting and bringing these folks in for testing.
Interesting. So you change up the order. Oh, okay. Any question, comment, concern, Commissioner? Thank you,
Got
Chief
a
Hurley
question.
and Sean. Appreciate the additional information.
I got a question. Do you anticipate that now people will maybe apply for all three, and then they would have to go to phase 1 and 2 before they are checked out by Medic One as far as their acceptable competency on the medical stuff?
Yeah, they would have to apply to each agency. The plan is that as we bring these candidates on board in each agency, Medic One is actually going to have what's called an Advanced Life Support Academy. So we are going to send them through a very defined process, no matter which agency has hired them. So again, the entry point is the agency, and they'll all be brought together really in the same evaluation process to be vetted by the medical program director under whose license they work.
What is the,
Okay.
go ahead, Commissioner.
I just wanted to thank the chief.
What is the reason or the goal? Is that to is this new process a lot more efficient? Will be more cost effective, or is it for it's a way to ensure more efficient way to screen?
We're just in the end, we're hoping to attract more candidates, and Sean maybe can give his opinion on this as well. But sometimes it was hard for Medic One to lead the recruitment because they're advertising as, Medic One is going to vet these candidates, and then you can apply for a job at one of these agencies. And in our judgment, it's more appropriate for the agency who's going to be hiring them to do the actual recruiting and be the main point. And we're hoping that's going to increase our number of applicants into the process, whether they come directly to Olympia Lacey or Tumwater. And they may apply to all three in the end. I don't know, Sean, do you have anything to add?
No, I think that's 100% right, Chief. We, for years, we always wondered, because it was a little confusing because a lot of potential candidates were testing for fire departments and looking for fire department specific jobs. And so when it was Thurston County Medic One, a lot of people maybe just didn't know that it was the fire departments that were actually doing the hiring. So this is a potential way of getting more candidates, and honestly, we'll see, honestly how the process plays out, if that actually happens or not. So yeah.
Okay. Well, interesting. Good luck with this new process. It seems to make a little bit more sense to approach it this way, but we'll see, right? See how it goes. Well, I have no other comment or question. Commissioner, if you are good with it, you want to make a motion?
I move that we approve the paramedic firefighter exam plan.
I second the motion, and those who approve of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The paramedic firefighter exam plan and process is approved, adopted. Good luck with the new process approach. So the next item is number 9, paramedic firefighter eligibility list.
Yes, the paramedic firefighter eligibility list, we're seeking approval. We did remove one candidate from the list, as noted. And seeking approval for this list for August of 2024. 4.
Help me out. The FCI stands for what again? Fail.
Failed chiefs interview.
Chiefs
Interview. Yeah. Oh, okay. Commissioner, any comment, question?
I have no questions.
Right. Thank you. And in that case, I will move that the paramedic firefighter eligibility list be approved.
I second that motion.
And those who approve of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion approved. Paramedic firefighter eligibility list is hereby approved. Next on the agenda is item number 10, lateral paramedic firefighter exam plan.
Yes, we have a continuous recruitment exam plan for lateral paramedic firefighters. Phase 1 application review. Phase 2 is the oral boards with a 70% minimum passing score. And then again, we've got phase 3, which is the paramedic oral board, again with that 70% minimum passing score. So seeking approval for this exam plan for continuous recruitment for lateral paramedic firefighter.
So a question I have is this the same plan that was presented? I mean, as far as the content and makeup and approach that was presented before.
I can answer that. Yes, it is. And if you guys, so several months ago, we did approve a lateral exam plan for paramedics, but we wanted to make it exactly the same as the entry level. So the one you just approved a few minutes ago, it's the exact same process. Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Sean.
Yes.
Commissioner Chart, any question, comment?
Nope, no questions.
I entertain a motion.
I will move that we approve the lateral firefighter paramedic plan as presented.
I second the motion, and those who approve of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the lateral paramedic firefighter exam plan and process hereby approved. And we'll move to item number, let me see, number 11, paramedic oral board scoring criteria.
There's the development of the paramedic oral board scoring criteria. It goes through the process and the scoring that they will utilize along with the different dimensions. They're being rated on. Passing score would be at least 70% overall, with at least 10% in each dimension. And it does go into detail regarding what's exceptional, what's approaching standard, and what's unacceptable as far as ratings.
The scoring, or especially the rating, the point 20 for exceptional, 10 approaching standard, and 0 unacceptable. Are these different scoring compared with, or was there any scoring, previous scoring that's different from this scoring?
So I can answer that again, Commissioner. So this is part of that. This is that new process. So this is the phase 3 of the entry level and lateral paramedic exam plan. So this is a brand new process. It's and there is the raters will have the ability to be fractional scoring as well. So it's just a way for us to, now that we're kind of owning the process first instead of Thurston County Medic 1, it's a way for us to kind of assure that these paramedics may meet that minimum criteria to be successful here in Thurston County. So this is a new plan, but it's our new MSO AC Bates came up with a very objective test. We wanted to make sure to take the subjectivity out of it. But yes, it's a new process. Yeah.
So would the oral board be be scoring it with consensus among them? If there are 3 members on the oral board, would they all each have their own scoring and then average out for each candidate, or would they discuss for each candidate scoring and then come up to one single score with consensus? Can you explain
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, absolutely. It would be in line with what we do with the oral board portion of the process, which is consensus scoring. So at the end of when they discuss each candidate, it would be a consensus scoring, correct? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
And again,
Commissioner-
I'll just add for context, you know, this does not approve them to work as a paramedic in the county. It's just as we work through the process before we invest time and resources into them to move them along in the process, we want to be assured that even though they're a certified paramedic, they have the basic, you know, skill qualifications here for Thurston County that we think they need to meet to move on in the process. So it's a more efficient way for us to screen candidates.
Good to know. Thank you. Commissioner Chart, any question?
Yes, who decides going to be sitting on this board and determines their ability to make these kind of decisions?
Sure, I can answer that. Our medical services officer, Alex Bates, will sit on the board along with one of our paramedic lieutenants, or who really is our training officer for our paramedics, along with one of the other line paramedics. So we'll have 3 paramedics on the board who are the subject matter experts, if you will. So those will be the ones that will be assessing the both lateral and entry level paramedics.
Thank you.
Do you entertain or consider if getting a different district, you know, like maybe even a different city's paramedic to be part of the oral board for maybe impartiality purposes?
Yeah, absolutely. We're not opposed to that. Certainly a lot of it's about availability, but yeah, no, I think that's not an unreasonable thought.
Okay.
So yeah, we could certainly reach out to both Lacey and Olympia.
Good to know. Thank you. Any other question, Commissioner Chart?
No further questions.
I entertain a motion if you have one.
I move we approve the paramedic oral board scoring criteria as presented.
I second the motion. Those who approve of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The paramedic oral board scoring criteria is hereby approved. Now we move to item number 12, update. Chief Hurley, you want to start?
Sure, I'd be glad to. Just a few quick updates. Obviously, we talked quite a bit about paramedics at this meeting and several previous meetings. And I believe we've mentioned this here before, but we're in negotiations with Medic One to add an additional medic unit in the city, in the county, and they have elected to place that first choice in Tumwater. So the idea is we're just trying to build our pool of applicants and have a deep bench there for when we get to the point and we're able to make offers after we have an agreement in place with Medic One and the city's adopted their budget. So again, thanks for your help in us building that process. Next, we will be moving forward, based on action tonight to hopefully fill our department assistant position. And probably at next month's meeting, hopefully we'll bring back candidates for the fire prevention officer list. We're working through that process as well. And that's my update.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Appreciate the update. Good luck with all the hiring, recruitment. Thank you, Sean, for providing the additional information. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Well, have fun at the beach. All right, Chief Wicks, you have anything to update?
I'll just give you a quick update where we're at with our staffing. I believe Commander Mason told you we were nearing, one of our new officers just out of the academy. Did complete the field training program last week and is on solo patrol now. So that's great news, and that's Tony Dominguez. He's doing a great job for us, and we look forward to watching him grow and improving his being an officer. Then we have just graduated somebody from the academy, and he'll be starting. He's currently in our post academy training, making sure he's ready to go into the field training program. So he should be starting that in another week, the field training program. Then we have another one set to graduate at the end of this month, and then a third one set to graduate in September. And that leaves us with two openings. We have 2 people in background. One is just wrapping up. We're just waiting for the last test result to come back. And then we're in phase 2 of the second one. So on paper, we could be technically full here in a couple of weeks, but as you're aware, technically full and impacting the schedule is about a 12-month difference. So, but we're doing well, and we're bringing on really good people. So I'm excited to see where we go. And it's been a long time since we've been full. So
Yeah, I say that. Yeah, thank you. This looks like things are really moving along, and you're making good progress. Thanks so much for your great leadership and your service. And this is good news.
thank you.
Ms. Sutherland, would you have anything to update?
I do not have any updates this evening.
All right. Anyone has any for the good of the order before we adjourn?
No.
Saying one, saying
Nope.
twice. All right. I entertain a motion. I move that meeting be adjourned.
I'll second that motion.
And those who approve of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, you all for the participation and taking your time to attend this meeting, and have a good evening.
All right, good night,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.